to my channel. If you like Disney videos, unboxings and vacation planning and tips and tricks and all that good stuff, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. That's basically all I do on here is talk about Disney stuff. I'm going to try to incorporate some other things. I'm a travel agent and I'm kind of branching out a little bit, but I do specialize in Disney. That's kind of my main focus. But if you need help with any other destinations, you can email me and see kind of what I have available. So today's video is all about dining tips for people who are going to Walt Disney World for the first time or the first time in a long time. You know, maybe you've not been since you were a kid, or since your children were small and now you're going with your grandkids. So it's just a few tips that I've kind of jotted down along the way, questions I've had to answer for clients, and I just thought I would kind of roll it into one video. There's not very many, but if it helps you, then that's the point. That's what I'm here for. So first timer or first time in a long time, dining tips for Walt Disney World. So the first thing I am going to preface this with is I'm going to kind of divide it a little bit into, if you're on a dining plan, which for the rest of 2020 they are not available, but in 2021 they are supposed to come back. And then if you're not on the dining plan, and then some other tips to go along with that. So first off, we'll talk about if you are on the dining plan. So if you are on a dining plan, there are 4 different dining plans, and I will link my video up in the cards on the dining plans. I believe in that video I only talk about the 3 like previous ones. They did add a 4th one this year, and then the park's closed. So anyway, it's very similar to, there's the quick service where you get 2 snacks and 2 quick service meals, and then the free refill. The Disney dining plan, which is 2 snacks, a quick service, a table service, and the refillable mug. The Disney dining plan plus, I think is what it's called, where you get 2 snacks, 2 meals, and they can be quick service or table service, any combination, and then the refillable mug. And then the deluxe dining plan, which is 2 snacks, 3 meals, quick or any combination of quick or table service, and the refillable mug. And that is per night of stay, not per day. So if you're there for 6 nights and 7 days, you get 6 of those sets of credits, not 7. So anyway, but I will link that video. So saying that, if you're on the dining plan and this is your first time going, keep up with your number of credits. Because if you're there for 7 nights, that means you're going to have, when you check in, the day you check in, you get all the credits in one big basket for your entire party. So they're not separated by person, they're not separated by day, all the credits go in one party. So if you are a family of 4 and you're staying for 7 nights, then you're gonna have 7 nights worth of snack credits for 4 people, which is 56 snack credits. And you do not want to end up on the last day of your stay with 30 snack credits left over to spend, because that is a waste of your money. So keep up with the number of credits you have. Now there are different ways of doing that. The first one is on your receipt after you have, you know, used your Magic Band or your Key to the Kingdom card or whatever. Your receipt should have what you have left for meal credits, dining plan credits. Another way is to check, I believe in the app, you can look and see how many credits you have left, and then you can always go to the front desk and they will give you a printout of what you have left. So there are different ways of figuring out what you have. So make sure, I would say each day, kind of keep up with your credits. So you know, oh, you know, we've got a bunch of credits. Let's have ice cream today. And you know, you go up to a kiosk and everybody gets an ice cream. Or, you know, just use them. Do not lose them, because there's no point in you paying for it. You've paid for them. So make sure you use them. So keep up with credits. The other things, to get the most out of your credits, you want to use them for the most expensive things on the menu. So you want to, and I watch a lot of Disney Food Blog, because they will tell you some of the most expensive snack credit options and the best options for, you know, using your meal credits. I know they have a book, but character meals will use they're more expensive meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, they're more expensive. Dinner meals are going to be more expensive than breakfast or lunch. So you want to, if you have like the Disney dining plan where you have a quick service and a table service, use your table service for dinner, because you're going to get the most bang for your buck using it for dinner or for a character meal, because those meals do cost more. So therefore you're going to be getting more out of that meal credit. Another, let's see, I think that's the biggest ones I had for being on the dining plan. Just use them for the most expensive things that you can use them for. And that's how you're going to get the most money back out of them. You don't want to, I mean, you can, but you don't want to waste a snack on a $2 item, because if there are any $2 items, but you want your snack credits to be $4, $5, $6, $7 worth for a snack credit, because you're going to be getting more out of it. You can get something big and share it. You know, if you have a family of 4, you know, you can get a funnel cake. Some of the funnel cakes are snack credits. So, and you know, you could all share one and you're only using 1 snack credit, versus getting, you know, 4 separate snacks, using 4 separate snack credits, and it not really equaling the same amount. So just be aware of all those things. If you are not on the dining plan, you want to kind of look at this from the back end. So breakfast and lunch are your more inexpensive meals. So if there's certain restaurants you want to eat at, I would schedule them for breakfast or lunch versus dinner, because you're going to save more money eating breakfast or lunch there versus going to dinner there, unless maybe it's somewhere you don't like the breakfast or lunch and you just want to go for dinner. You know, that's up to you. Character meals, again, are your more expensive meals, but if you do a breakfast character meal, it's usually cheaper than the dinner character meals. So we like to do Garden Grill and Ohana, really. Those are our 2 favorite character meals. And those, we do those for breakfast because, well, Ohana, they don't have a character meal for dinner, but Garden Grill does. And so, but we like going for breakfast because, one, it is more inexpensive, but if we start the day with a good breakfast, usually we can go till dinner time without having another bigger meal, and we can just kind of snack or get something light for lunchtime. Some places you go, the meals can feed more than one person. So, for example, I went with my mom and my girls a couple years ago, and we went to Flame Tree Barbecue, and my mom and I shared the sampler platter, which I think at the time was like maybe $18. And so she and I shared it. So it was $9 a piece, which is a great price for a quick service meal. Because it came with all this food, because you got the barbecue chicken and the ribs and the pulled pork, and then like 2 sides, and then I don't know if it came with 1 drink. We had to buy another one. But anyway, you know, it was plenty of food for us to share for one meal, and then we had dinner later. So, and we just got something quick for breakfast in the room. So we just had the quick service meal for lunch, and then we had a table service dinner. And we were not on the dining plan. But if we had been, that would have saved us a quick service credit also. So look at that too if you are on the dining plan, how you can stretch those credits out even further. So a couple other little things I want you to be aware of if you are going to Disney for the first time. First off, table service meals do take a lot of your time. Sometimes when I go, I plan one table service meal for every day. And sometimes when I go, I only book like maybe 2 or 3 table service meals for like an entire week. Because it depends on what all I want to get done. If I want to do a lot of rides, a lot of touring, if I want to go visit some different resorts, I don't want to spend all of my time at a table service meal, because it can be an hour, hour and a half that you are at this meal, because just because you have a reservation at 4:30 does not mean you're going to be seated at 4:30. It means you can check in 15 minutes before that, and then you're going to sit there and wait until they call your name. So be aware, you still will probably have some kind of a wait even with a reservation. I mean, it may not be 5, 10, 15 minutes, but you will, sometimes you're seated right away, sometimes you have to wait. It just depends on where it is and the time of day and all that stuff. So, just be aware, table service meals do take a lot of time. If you have children, I wouldn't schedule a lot of table service meals, because that's going to be a lot of time sitting and not getting to go do things. I felt like we lost a lot of time with table service meals. Plus, if you're busy doing something and you say, oh, we've got to go, we've got a reservation, a meal or a dining reservation. So you have to leave what you're doing, give yourself enough time to get where you're going, and then you're sitting there waiting to be seated, and then you have to, you know, go in and order and get your food and pay and do all that stuff before you can go and kind of enjoy the rest of your day. So it does take a lot of your time. So just be aware of that. Time is money at Disney, so I want you to be aware that table service meals, it's not just, you know, a quick 45 minutes in and out. You're going to be there over an hour probably. If you have more than, we had 4 people, and every one of our table service meals was at least an hour long. The other thing, Disney is great with any special dietary restrictions or dietary needs. So if you have any of those, make sure you tell the hostess or your waiter or waitress when they come to see you about, or if you're at a quick service, when you're ordering, you know, just tell them that, you know, you can't have this or you can't have that, and they will help you. Or if you're at a table service, a lot of times the chef will come out and talk to you about what you can have and what you can't. So just be aware of that. They are awesome at working with people with food allergies or just certain things they can and can't eat, or personal preferences, whatever. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is to, before you book your dining reservations, spend some time looking at menus. Make sure that there are things everyone in your party will eat while you're there, because I have picky eaters in my party. I have people that don't like certain kinds of food, and so it depends on who I'm going with as to where I'm going to make my dining reservations, or where I'm going to choose to take them to go eat quick service, or if we're looking for a particular snack, or, you know, whatever. Make sure you look at the menus before you book, because nothing is worse than booking and paying for an expensive meal and going away hungry because someone didn't like anything there, and then it's not pretty. So I usually get on allears.com because they always have the pricing and everything included. Disney, you can do the Disney website. Sometimes their pricing is there, and then sometimes it's seasonal, especially like with family style, which buffets I don't think they're doing for a while, but I think they're transferring some of the buffets to family style. But a lot of times those are not listed. There may be like a range or something, but All Ears will usually put what the current price is, or what it is for winter versus summer or whatever. So I do like using their menus because I can kind of see what the pricing looks like for what our meal might cost, which helps me when I am deciding whether or not to get the dining plan or not. Excuse me. Whew. I'm extremely pregnant right now, and I can't breathe, so it's okay. So if you have any questions, if you are going to Disney for the first time, or if you've not been in a while and you have any questions about dining, leave them in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them for you. If you need more personalized service and would like some help planning your Disney trip, my information, my email and stuff is below, and my Facebook and all that good stuff. So please like this video if you like to see Disney vacation planning, all that good stuff. Like and subscribe, and so you can come back and be a part of our family. So I'll talk to y'all later, and thanks. Bye.